Quest. So today we're here to talk a little bit about this game, Spirit Islands. So I'm going to be upfront right away from the start. This is one of my favorite games, to be honest. It's really, really up there. In terms of solo play, I mean, it's not number one, but it's really close to that spot. I love this game. I love this game. There's so much good stuff to talk to you about this game. I hope you've seen the both of the playthroughs. That's really just a little glimpse of what this game can offer. I mean, it has so much content in here, so much replayability. Let me push this aside here to show you stuff. Here, let me show you. So you've seen you've seen like 3 spirits in the playthroughs. Here, you have quite a few more. So you have this little spirit here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spirits, 5 extra spirits. So that's 8 spirits in total. Just the amount of replayability that you get in spirits, because if you remember, I've shown you this little chart here, the graphic that shows what kind of spirit it is, if it's an offense, control, fear, defense, or utility spirit. So all of these 8 spirits, they are completely different in this chart. Well, not completely, but very, very different. And the gameplay is going to be so different. I mean, it's not a different game. The objective is the same. You have to drive the invaders out of the board, out of the island. But the way to do it, it's going to be so different that it really adds to that replayability. I mean, you have 8 spirits. Then you have quite a few of these scenarios. We've played the Guard the Owl's Heart. This is just the base game, okay? You have 4 scenarios here, which is Blitz, Guardian's Heart, Dahan Insurrection, Rituals of Terror. So that's more replayability. You can use each spirit with each scenario. That's, I don't know how many combinations, but the game is going to be different, I can guarantee. And then you can have the Kingdom of England, you can have the Kingdom of Sweden, and you can have the Kingdom of Brandenburg, Prussia. So these are, so you have the scenarios and the opponents, I don't know, they have a specific name. Basically, you can make the invaders be one of these kingdoms. And they have, special rules, loss conditions, so a ton of replayability, a ton of modular stuff. I mean, it's not like it's a different game, it is not, but it's super, super modular. You can play with all of these, you can play with none of these, which makes this game an amazing experience that fits a lot of tastes. I mean, if you have, a short time to play, go with one spirit, maybe a scenario, no opponents regarding the kingdoms. Just play like that. It's going to be, usually it's a fast game. I mean, if you want it to be really fast, you can go with a spirit like the Lightning Swift Strike, which he is more offense. Usually the games I do with him are super, super fast. If you want to go slow, have a little more of a thinky game, go with the Earth Spirit. If you have a lot of time to spare, go with a scenario and add one of the kingdoms. So I mean, yeah, it's super modular. It's just a game that I keep coming back to because it really can fit into the time frame I have available to play. So in that point, it is super, super modular and can fit easily into your tastes. I mean, if you are, let's say you're a guy, you're an offense guy, you can just play with an offense spirit. If you don't like that kind of play, go with the control spirit. So yeah, it's a game that fits easily into a lot of tastes. So even if you don't like, well, you have to like the gameplay itself, but you don't have to like all the spirits. You can just use the same if you want to. So yeah, super, super modular, super replayable. I think it is from my collection the box that offers more replayability right out of the base game, out of the box. Yeah, I think it is. At least I can't remember of another one that will offer so much in this little box here. Because at first, the game is expensive. It's kind of there aren't that many print runs, I think, or either there are, but they're in small numbers. So the game is kind of expensive, and which I was a bit, on cautious side to buy it. But when I did, I mean, I'm not not 1% sorry for having purchased this game, because I mean it really is a great buy for a solo gamer. I mean, if someone when usually someone asks me, oh, what solo game should I buy, this is the one I recommend first, because I think it fits the most, you know, with all the people, because it has so many choices that you can do. You can go for a fast spirit, slow spirit, scenarios. I mean, you can really fit the experience up to what you want to have in that day in your table. Yeah, it's the easiest game. I mean, the rules aren't very complicated. It's one of the easiest games to learn how to play. It's just, you know, just having then the thinky side of it, but the rule side is super easy to get into. I mean, I hope the playthrough was helpful in that matter, that you could understand how to play the game. It really is. It really is easy to understand how it works. That's another plus. So yeah, maybe one of the downsides is also regarding rules. There's a few scenarios that kind of offer well, a bit of conflicting rules. Not conflicting, but things get a bit obscure. Like one of these scenarios, for example, which one is it? Blitz, which makes all powers are fast. Powers that were already fast cost one less energy. That kind of creates a few conflicts with Lightning Swift Strike, because his powers aren't fast, they are slow, but he makes them fast with that element. So when I was playing, I can't remember the specific cases, but when I was playing, I remember that I had a bit of conflicting options. So I had to search online. So yeah, sometimes it can the rules or the effects themselves can go a little bit one against the other and create a little bit of doubt. But there is an online FAQ that the publisher created. It's kind of an online little page with a search engine, and you can look around for the frequently asked questions. And it is very, very helpful. I was able to find those answers online, so yeah, the thumbs up for that. That was a great effort on their part, and it really helps when you have those situations where you can be a little unsure on how to proceed. Okay, so that's a little minor nitpicky thing to say about the game. Yeah, sometimes during gameplay it's going to stall you if you have to search online, but still, it doesn't pop up that much, but it sometimes it kind of does pop up, you know, some sort of ambiguous rule, ambiguous interaction. It's more not rules, but interaction between cards and scenarios that change a little bit of the base rules. So yeah. That's I guess the only concern to be had. To be honest, it's that the clashing of some wordings or the timing of some of the abilities. But yeah, that's I guess the only negative I could ever say about this game, because apart from that, all of it is simply amazing. Oh, by the way, it's adversaries. I remembered. So there's scenarios and then there's adversaries, the kingdom stuff. So yeah, there's really a lot of stuff, a lot to like here. And even the rulebook, if there's a little table in the rulebook. Let me see if I can find it really fast. I can't. Yeah, here it is. For adversary and scenario difficulty charts, the chart here, I hope the glare isn't, yeah. So you see there's 10 difficulty levels. This is, using the kingdoms with a few scenarios. I mean, this isn't even all the possibilities that the game offers, so a lot to like here. I guess, component-wise, it's kind of divided from my perception of people's opinion. Some people don't like the components. I actually, at first, I kind of shared that opinion, because it looked weird, to be honest. The Huns, I mean, this little token, not a token, but this piece seemed a little weird. But to be honest, right now, I kind of fell in love with it. It's in the theme, it's, I don't know, it's just, it looks indigenous. It looks good. It fits. It really fits. I guess I would upgrade if I could. I would just have the presence tokens. I would have a token for sacred sites. Maybe have a larger one for sacred sites, or have one with the top, have the top having a little some carvings, kind of like the sacred site icon, the symbol. That would be the only thing I would upgrade, and it would make it easier. It would be prettier and make it easier to distinguish sacred sites on the board. Because, like I said, and like I did on the playthrough, I don't stack the presence tokens. I leave them separate because it's easier for me to identify those sacred sites. But yeah, that's me. Other people might not like this approach, and that is totally fine. Okay, so yeah, that's components. I mean, apart from that, everything is great. Card quality is great. The card quality super thick. The boards are really really thick and well done. The artwork is great. I love the artwork on the cards. It's really really something. Actually, I wish it had a bit more artwork because the frame is kind of big, but well, sometimes it makes it a bit harder to see. But there's so many cards. I mean, it's not bad at all. I'm just saying. Yeah, tokens are fine. Everything is fine, really. The gameplay it's just fluid and amazing. It really is fluid. I mean, you're using a lot of stuff. There's a lot of info on the cards. There's the elements. There's the what the cards do, the range, the target, the speed. But you know, it seems like a lot, but it really isn't. The game is so easy to learn, and it's easy to play. I mean, it's really really fluid. And again, it's if you go with like an offense spirit, a fast one, it's just a blast. You won't lose too much time thinking about where they are going to ravage next and build next, because you're doing everything before they actually do. So it's not that much of a thinky game. But if you want to, again, you can make it a thinky game. So yeah, it is really it's kind of a chameleon of an experience, because you can really tailor it to fit your needs and your liking and whatever it is you want to experience. What else can I say about this game? It's awesome. And this is just a base game. I will eventually show you a playthrough with the expansion, which adds even more stuff. I don't own it yet, so I can't show you the playthrough yet, but eventually I will be able to get it, and then we will do another playthrough. I hear it has events which give some unpredictability to the game, because I mean it is kind of predictable. You know where they will ravage, where they will build, so you're planning your things ahead. You know, it's kind of predictable. The only thing you don't know is where they are going to explore, but that can be mitigated with fast powers or with slow powers that will occur after they explore. So yeah, that's Spirit Island. It's a super high recommendation for me. I really really love the game. In Friday I was talking about a game that I would play 10 times in a row and then would be okay to play it again. It's this game. It's Spirit Island. It's the game I've played the most, to be honest. It is not my favorite game, which is weird to say, but that's because my favorite game is a bit harder to set up, harder to go through, because this game can just be fast if need be. I think there was once I've played like 4 games in a row because they were so fast. I was kind of learning the game. I was using one spirit, no adversaries. I think I still used one scenario between those games. I was kind of learning, but still I was amazed at how fast I was actually being able to play the game. Because you look at it, it's like this kind of Euro-ish thinky game. You think, oh, I'm going to take the whole day playing this, but no, it can be a super fast experience, which is awesome. So yeah, that's I by the way, I didn't talk about the components, about the invaders. I love them. I really love them. Those little explorers with the flag, they look a bit like Don Quixote. I love the look of these. They're amazing. Yeah, I guess just the presence would be the only thing I would change in this game right now to upgrade it. I mean, if I could pick a game to have like a deluxe edition, it would be Spirit Island. Because I like it so much, it would be amazing to have these super cool tokens, super cool, I don't know, yeah, super cool. The hunts, I don't know how I would do them. I don't know if I would do actual figures, but yeah, that's it. That's it for my opinion, at least for Spirit Island, because I'm just rambling here pretty much. I love it. I hope you guys can take your opinions out of the two playthroughs. I wanted to do both because to give you, like I said, the game can be so different using one spirit or the other, or using just one or using two. That I wanted to show you a little bit of the differences that you can experience while doing playthroughs with different setups. I'm not sure if I was very successful at that, but I hope so. I hope you liked both playthroughs. Sorry. There's more spirits in the box. If you happen to be in love with the game as well, if you love to watch the playthrough and want to see the other spirits in action, let me know. I'm more than happy to oblige and show you some more playthroughs with different spirits. Not the same, but we saw, by the way, I didn't talk about the complexity of spirits. They have, or maybe I did in the playthrough. So they have complexity. The ones I played were low complexity, okay, just to speed up things a bit in the playthrough, because filming while playing, it gets a bit slower. And if they were more complex, the playthrough might have taken quite a bit of time. But there's spirits with complexity moderate, okay? And you have, there's 1, 2 with moderate, there's with complexity high. I mean, there's 2, I think, with high. Is it? Are they 2? Yeah, there's 2 with high complexity. So yeah, there's, we would probably go for moderate in the next playthrough. And then maybe I will do one with high. Now, if I get the expansion, I'll probably showcase the spirits in the expansion, because there's also new spirits there. But still, if you want to see more of this, please let me know. I will definitely show you, even in an adversary. I'll throw in an adversary in the playthrough. But that was it. This is not to talk about new playthroughs, this is to talk about Spirit Island. And what I want to say to you is, it's amazing. I love this game. Really up there for me in terms of solo gaming. I haven't played it with other people, so I can't really tell you how that is, but what I can tell you is that it's, for solo, it's one of the best games that I own, one of my favorites. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed everything about Spirit Island. And if you want to see more, let me know. And until then, I'll see you. Stay safe. Goodbye.